Well, good afternoon, folks. Here it is an afternoon anyway, in Eastern Time on Tuesday. And Dave Jorgensen here again with video number 32, or is it 40? I can't remember. Anyway, I'm going to share a story about kind of what I've been through in my life and my late wife put up with and my current wife puts up with. Back when I was in my 20s, not too long after I got married, got out of the Army, came home from Vietnam, I had an anger problem. I was mad. I was a happy person, but yet I was angry underneath. I didn't understand it. I'd be working on my car, and I'd walk over to my little shed to get a tool, and I tripped on something. Kind of lost my balance there. It didn't go down, but I went into a cursing rage. And I thought to myself, no, there was no excuse for that. What in the world? I must be going crazy. Well, somebody makes me mad, I'm ready to kill them. You may not know that about me, but, when people deliberately do something that makes me mad, I tackle them. I can't do that anymore because you get locked up, charged with assault. People can do what they want to you, and you touch them and you're in trouble. And anyway, I controlled it over the years with prayer and I was even in the ministry, but I would still go into these rages. Not as often, but every now and then something would really get me. Oh, my late wife, I loved her to death, but she could pull the worst out in me, and she knew better, but she just I'd tell her, just drop it, just don't bother me with it. She'd keep at it till I exploded. And I learned a lot in that first marriage, and I still have that trouble. I tried, they got me all medicated when I started going to the VA, explaining these things to my counselor, because I was in Great Depression too. For about 2 years after my wife died, I was, I had gotten remarried. My wife and I both were kind of in a depression. And, and I explained to him, man, I'm just ready to kill people when they do something to me. And he says, well, hey, you don't dare do that, because you could end up losing your disability from the VA, because if you go to jail, they aren't going to pay you. And so I had to learn to control it. And that's one of the reasons I ended up with 100%, because I had 70% disability from the post-traumatic stress disorder, because I couldn't deal with stress. So that's all part of it. And anyway, I couldn't deal with that. And then he just advised that I don't return to the workforce because it's dangerous. I could get hurt. Somebody else could get hurt. Because, who knows what I'm going to end up doing. It gets worse and worse. And I still struggle with it. I'm ready to, boy, my favorite movies are, what's his name? Can't even think of his name now. I call him Thumper. Goes by Cordell Walker in the Texas Rangers. And right now his name is slipping me, but anyway, I love that guy. I'm just envious of him because nobody bothers him. And he just laughs at them, and if they bother him, he does what he has to do. But anyway, being all that aside, that's my real character. That's what I fight. You know, and this morning I was listening to Renee Rushton, and she was telling us, and she wasn't talking about that part of me, but she was talking about the bad part of us. The part of us that, you know, says we can't do it, and this, you know, all those kind of things. You know, we're going to have a funeral for that person. And that kind of sets the stage, because I feel that way about that person. I hate him. You know, I just love to smash him. You know, how can I have a funeral for him when he's still alive? I want to kill the son of a bitch. I do. Anyway, how do I kill him? You know, he's still there. And anyway, she kind of inspired me today. I have to figure out a way to kill him so I can have his funeral. And it's the way it is in marketing. You have to kill that old person. You can't say I can't do it. I got to quit talking about the tech headaches and all of that stuff. I got to kill that guy. But I can't have a funeral for him until I kill him. You got me? Anyway, I love the sand, and I'm here till the end, regardless of anger and frustration and fog. I listened to Christian Clegg this morning talking about the fog. Oh, I've been dizzy for the last 5 days. I'm feeling better today, but oh, that fog. You know, my brain don't even want to go anywhere near it. And I have to kill that. I have to have its funeral so I can move ahead. So anyway, if you want to know what this is all about and why we have to change and why I am excited about my future, nothing is going to get in the way of it. Things are slowing it down. The old devil is really getting after me. But now, you know, I'm on the road. It's just a matter of a few months and I'm going to be doing well. You know, I believe that totally. I mean, it can't help but happen. So anyway, click the button below if you're interested in why I'm doing all these videos and why I need to change and how life is changing for the better. And click that link below and check it out. It don't cost much, $1, and you can get your $1 back if you don't like what you see. But at least you have the education of why I'm doing this. So anyway, goodbye, folks. I've rattled on long enough, and we'll see you in the next video.